episode of Cooking with AI. As always, I'm your host. So here we are again. Soaked my beans overnight. I cooked that giant ham a couple days ago. So we're going to use the ham bone. We're going to do a ham and bean soup. Pretty simple. I'm going to put it in the crock pot today. You can cook it on the stove. You know, saves a little time. You know, a couple hours on the stove versus 3 or 4 hours in the crock pot. I'm going to put it in the crock pot. That way later on when it's done, I can make some homemade cornbread. Work great with it. Be a nice, quick and easy dinner. Don't take much. Like I said, I did the beans last night. I recommend putting the beans in the bowl, soaking about 2 inches of water over it. It's about to expand, so I'll rinse that in a minute, drain it, and we'll put it in the crock pot. As always, wants us to have an onion, some celery, some garlic. Pretty sure if I asked AI a recipe to make a bowl of cereal, I'll probably have to cut up and add an onion to it. It loves onions wherever it's pulling this recipe. I guess I might have to ask it why one day to see what properties onions bring in that make them so desirable in almost every single meal. So, do what we always do. We're going to cut up this onion real quick. On this ham and bean soup, I'm going to cut half of it up really fine. The other half I'm going to leave like chunks so we can just pull it out. And then, add it to our bowl if we want or whatever. So I got to cut up that. I got to cut up a couple stalks of celery. Once I do that, it's pretty much just adding everything in. Like I said, I already got the ham cooked from the other day, so that's not going to be an issue. That's the good thing with a giant ham. You can get several meals out of it at once. Last night, didn't really feel like making this, and plus wanted to soak the beans instead of cooking them. Now you can if you have beans. A lot of times we've added them straight to the crock pot without soaking them. It's just recommended to soak them overnight first, or you can boil them for, I think it was an hour or so. Let's see, I think it tells me here. So if I didn't have it ready, nope, I can boil the beans for 2 minutes and then turn it off and just let it set for an hour. I guess that hot water will activate it to absorb the water faster. So you can do a faster recipe if you want. And then after that time, you can cook it with just the ham bone. Did save a little bit of the ham fat. It's got a lot of the flavor in it. We're going to add that to it as well. As you can see there, that's some bigger chunks. A lot of it's finely cut. I'm going to cut me up a couple things of celery, then we'll bring over my crock pot and we're going to get it cooking. I said this will be a quick and easy one. Of course, before we start, I just pulled out. The only thing that's going to be in here is a little paprika, a little pepper, a little minced garlic. That's another thing that's in every single one, is a little minced garlic. And it's here early in the morning. It's not quite 10 yet, 10 o'clock. So I have two options. I can put it on high, and that's 4 or 5 hours at a time. I can put it on slow, and that's about 6 to 8 hours. So I'll probably just slow cook it. That way, about 3 or 4 o'clock this evening, I can add the rest of my diced ham since my ham's already cooked. I don't want to add it until everything's pretty much finished, and then the last 30 minutes, an hour, you add the ham to it. It recommends a pinch of like cayenne or something like that, and that's stirred in at the end. And then a couple tablespoons of butter right before you serve. You just mix it in and melt it. Gives it a good creamy flavor. Like I said, I'll do that when I do my cornbread. So here, everything's cut up, pretty easy to do. Let me just grab the crock pot. We'll throw everything in, add it together, and that's pretty much it. I'll be right back. Alright, so here we go. Got the crock pot, get everything cut up. So I'm gonna add is the beans. Once I drain them, I'm gonna add the ham bone, the onions, the celery. I'm gonna add my garlic, my pepper, paprika, water. I'm gonna stir everything in, give it a little gentle stir. As always, use the good old crock pot condom here. Keeps everything clean. Makes clean up a breeze when you're done. Scoop all your leftovers out, pull this bag out and go, and you're done. So, and it recommends either a low sodium chicken broth and or just straight water. Either one would be fine. And all that. You can see there, I just put my strainer right on top of my bowl. This is like a 5-bean soup. Maybe even more than that. Got quite a bit in it. Like it has little peas, pieces of corn, a little bit of everything in that thing. We're gonna get all these out. Alright, let me get my ham bone, my handy dandy water cup here. And this bowl here I got holds 8 cups of water, so I'll probably do around probably 7. You'll go all the way to 8 cups if you want it extra soupy. I personally prefer mine creamier, a little bit thicker. This right here is every 3/4 of a teaspoon per cup. So if I had 6 cups, or if I had 8 cups of water, that'd be 6 cups of this. We'll do about 5.5-ish. You watch my other episodes, you see, instead of pulling out the whole whisk this up. Get everything whisked up good, broke up. Alright, so let's see what it also wanted here. A teaspoon of black pepper, 3 cloves of garlic, a teaspoon of paprika. So for my black pepper, just gonna guesstimate the black pepper, of course. Seems like that's another flavor that's used quite a bit for some reason, the paprika. Need to research the reasons behind those. I'm sure someone posted somewhere on the internet. That's what AI does, is pull from it because it says, hey, that's what everyone else did. Same with the garlic. Use it quite a bit. You don't want to add too much of that to start with. If you add a little like cayenne season or anything like that, if you want it spicy, you'd add cayenne now. If you just want a little flavor at the end, you'll add a once it's done, I'm gonna give this a little gentle stir. Just kind of mix the seasonings in with the water real good. And you can add other things to this. It's recommended to add, little carrots and stuff. I may throw a few in, we can always clean them out if we want. Let me get the ham bone, make sure it fits in here. I may have to cut that thing in half. It was pretty large. This is recommended as a flavor boost. Just a few, but it'll all soak in well. And over the 8 hours, it'll cook very nice. You see here, got my ham bone with plenty of ham on it. So I'm gonna put that in there. The good thing here, this will cook down, soften up, and then once it's done, I have some chunks in here for flavor. I'm gonna go ahead and add some of these to let it cook. Like I said, peeled off some of the fat. I'll take this stuff out, of course, when it's done. It's just that ham fat's got all the seasoning from when I cooked the ham. And then I got left over in here some meat. I got whole nother bag of meat inside the refrigerator. This I'll dice up. The rest of this ham, as you see, most of this is the fat chunks. I will peel off the good stuff. Like I said, we'll take out the fat. So I'll go ahead and put some of this in there. And then I got a whole gallon Ziploc bag of extra ham that I'll cut up, probably most of it, and I'll take care of our ham. Make sure nothing goes to waste. Here, I'm gonna put this up. This is it for this. I'm gonna plug this in. Got my crock pot here. This stuff moved out of the way. Put that back in the old Lazy Betty. Got my seasoning's gonna go back up. That right there's it. So you see one giant ham, we can get several meals. I was gonna make some chicken cordon bleu, but we about ate everything off of it. I'm gonna set this on low. I'm gonna set it for 6 hours for now. It recommends anywhere from 6 to 8. But being I've already soaked everything overnight, I'll take away a lot of the cook time that we have to worry about. I'm gonna set it to 7. We'll set it to 7 hours. And then I'll come back, add the diced ham. So at that time, it'll put us to about 4 or 5 o'clock-ish. I'll add in the ham, dice up the rest of the ham, take out a lot of that fat, strain it out off the ham I put in there, throw it away. And then, like I said, add in the diced ham for the last 30, 45 minutes. Around about 5 o'clock this evening, when I add the diced ham and everything, I'll do a video then too, because I'll make some homemade cornbread. Real easy, a little bit of cornstarch. I think a couple tablespoons of sugar is all it calls for. Make it a sweet cornbread. Came out really nice before I've done it. This is off an AI recipe, of course. Don't take much. So we'll do that. Well, this is plugged in. So this crock pot here, I set it to low, set the timer. When the timer goes off, it just automatically switches it to warm. So it ain't like it's cooking the whole time. You could set this, you could cook it overnight, and you could be ready in the morning. You can put it away wherever you want to do. Most times if you had everything prepped, you could plug it in the morning, set your time, leave. 8 hours, by the time you get home, 9, 10 hours later, it's just on warm meal ready to go. You just scoop it out and serve pretty much. So I'm gonna let that set there, that's gonna be done. That's all we gotta do for that, pretty quick and simple. And so that's a way to take one giant meal, and I'll do that a lot of times. Maybe I'll cook, 3 or 4 pounds of chicken or meat, and then we'll use it over the next couple meals, and then we'll swap up. So after this, I'll probably cook pork chop meal, chicken meal, I was going to do a chicken cordon bleu, and I may, if I go to town, go ahead and buy some thinly sliced ham to do it with, because we're going to eat the rest of this ham. I was going to use some of this, but I think it's going to be gone. But yeah, I need to test chicken cordon bleu. Got to get some meals for next week for Valentine's. I'm going to do the chicken cordon bleu probably, so I may wait since we're only a week out. And then my wife's birthday is also this month, so I'm going to do her kiwi lime shrimp that we've cooked quite a bit through the years, been one of our favorites, and that's a recipe of hers. So that one's not off chat, but we'll still go through and cook everything, show you how it's done. It's more hands-on, but same process. Within an hour, hour and a half, we'll cook it. We'll do some rice, we'll fry up some shrimp, make our own little sauce that goes with it, do asparagus, and it comes out really well. All right, so this is set. Just forget it, let it do its thing. You know, the ham's already cooked. It's gonna tenderize all that. It'll come off the bone, add the last chunks, like I said, last 30 minutes, just to heat up the other ham, get it in all the flavor. The beans we pre-soaked overnight. You see, it's probably a 10-minute process to get this going. Something you could throw in real quick in the morning before you go to work. Get home, dinner's ready. All right, as always, thanks for watching. We'll see you here in a little bit when we do some cornbread.